Hey guys, I'm going to show you how simple it is to make delicious, fluffy, and buttery rolls. These can be made small for dinner rolls, for like Thanksgiving, Christmas, or potlucks, or you can make them bigger for sandwiches, which is what I like to do. So we're going to go ahead and use my stand mixer. Ideally, a stand mixer or a bread maker is best for this recipe, but if you don't have either, you can make them by hand. So we're going to start with 1 cup of lukewarm filtered water going into the mixer, and a tablespoon of soft butter. Okay, so a tablespoon of soft butter is going into the dough, and later we're going to brush the tops with 2 tablespoons of butter. So you're going to need a total of 3. We're going to put 1 tablespoon of olive oil, teaspoon of salt, 1/4 a cup of organic sugar, I've got some dry milk powder, 1 tablespoon of that, 1 egg that I'll crack into a bowl just in case. And I have some bread flour. 3 1/4 cups of bread flour go in. You gotta love when you can just dump everything in and let the machine do its work, right? And last but not least is yeast. 3 teaspoons of yeast. Okay, and that's it. And if you want to use some whole wheat flour to make them a little healthier, by all means, do it. So the dough hook is going to go on. Now, if you're using a bread maker, you'll go ahead and set it to the dough setting. If you're using a stand mixer, go ahead and get it locked in place. And then I'm going to start on stir. And then after like 30 seconds, I'm going to put it to setting number 2. You never exceed number 2 when you're doing dough. Okay, and kneading time is 8 minutes. After the 8 minutes, I'll be back. Okay, 8 minutes went super fast, so this is done. Go ahead and pull it off of this dough hook. Okay, so for better, fluffier bread, you need to give it some rising time. So I'm gonna give this 1 hour to rise, and most likely it's gonna double in size. So what I like to do is pull it out of here and then give this a spray of cooking spray so that it doesn't stick, and just kind of shape it into a nice ball. Okay, plop it back in there. I take plastic wrap, or you could use a towel. Cover it. Okay, and then we let it rise for 1 hour, set a timer, go vacuum, do some laundry, do something, it'll fly by. And then we're gonna go ahead and cut it and shape it into rolls, butter the top, and bake it. And these rolls are fantastic. They make the best sandwiches ever. So we'll see you in an hour. Okay, so the bread has risen, and you can see that it's really gotten big, definitely doubled in size. So I've got a baking sheet that I'm gonna spray with some cooking spray. And then I like to just spray the work area also with some spray so that the dough doesn't stick. And just kind of glide it out there. So I press it kind of into this oval shape here and make some cuts. Now, depending the size that you want your rolls is how you're going to cut them. So if you're going to go tiny dinner rolls, you know, go small. You can get about maybe 4 to 5 cuts out of this strip. But I'm going to go bigger. Okay, so I'll get 3 out of this. And you can just shape them with your hands into a roll like that and press them a little bit. They're going to rise more in the oven too. So you don't want to go too big. Okay, so yeah, so get these shaped, and I melted 2 tablespoons of butter because we are going to brush that on the top. Okay, and then you make another cut. So total is going to be, that's the 3rd. Okay, so 5 cuts is what I'm going to do to make, you know, bigger size rolls. Isn't homemade bread the best? I love it. Love, love, love. And let me tell you, with 7 kids, I mean, 7 don't live here anymore, but when they all lived here, we went through some bread. I think I was definitely making bread every single day, for sure. For sure, and it would get gobbled up. And you can mix and match sizes with these. Obviously, you can do some bigger ones, some smaller ones. You know, I'm thinking like my girls for their lunches, they, you know, they do better with the smaller rolls. This one's going to be a little bit smaller. So get them all shaped up and pressed down, and then we're going to butter. So I'll finish shaping these and we'll be right back. Okay, so I got 16 rolls and I melted the butter. I just went looking for my pastry brush and it's gone missing. That seems to happen in this house. Not really sure where it is. I've looked everywhere. I highly recommend you use a pastry brush because it brushes that butter right into the top, nice and even. Unfortunately, I'm left using a spoon. So I'm going to try to evenly distribute this and just spread it on with a spoon. The oven is preheated to 375 and these are going to bake for 20 minutes. They're usually perfect at 20 minutes, nice and golden and fluffy and All right, so they're done, 20 minutes. They look nice and fluffy and great. So that's it. Homemade dinner rolls, sandwich rolls, whatever you want. And don't forget, hit like on this video, comment if you feel like it, subscribe if you haven't, and share with friends, and go out and enjoy this day. Take care.